Uganda Professional Humanities Teachers Union, we matter.
Tuli ekibiina ekigatta abasomesa ba arts mu ggwanga twawandiisibwa mu butongole ne Ministry ya Gender, Labour and Social Development nga 3 Ogwokutaano 2023 era nga 14 Ogwekumi 2024 ne tusayininga endagaano mu butongole ne Government ya Uganda okusobozesa okuteesa nayo ku nsonga ezikwatagana n'abasomesa. Tubale tugoberera engabanya ya keeki y'eggwanga oba giyite budget ya 2025-2026 era ne tukizuula nti emisaala gy'abasomesa ba arts tegiteereddwamu newankubadde tuzze tusuubizibwa buli mwaka nti ensonga y'emisaala gyaffe egy'abasomesa ba arts gigenda kukolwako giteekwemu naddala ku nsonga y'ennyongereza nga badde batusuubiza mu phased manner. Olw'ensonga eyo waggulu ennaku z'omwezi 28 Ogwekumi 2024 Fenga Union ya Uganda Professional Humanities Teachers Union twawandiikira akulira abakozi ba gavumenti era omuwandiisi eri cabinet mukyala Nakyobe Mbonye batumusaba akole enteekateeka atusinkane tusobole okuteesa ku nsonga z'abasomesa ba arts mu ggwanga era ku kopi yemu eno twawaako Right Honourable Speaker wa Parliament y'eggwanga ne tuwaako Honourable Minister wa Public Service ne tuwaako Honourable Minister wa Finance, Planning and Economic Development, Mama Minister w'ebyenjigiriza naye naafunako kopi, Minister wa Gender, Labour and Social Development naye naafunako kopi, Chairman oba ssentebe wa National Negotiating Council naye naafunako era kopi, saako n'abawandiisi baabwe ab'enkalakkalira. Naye okuva ku olwo tewali n'omu yali atuzeemu. Ekyamazima bannayuganda bannaffe kiri nti omusaala oguli wakati w'emitwalo 68 ogufunibwa omusomesa wa arts mu ggwanga okusinziira ku mbeera y'ebyenfuna gyetambulamu tegukyasobozesa musomesa yenna owa arts okwetuusaako ebikozesebwa mu bulamu bwa bulijjo. Okugeza naffe tulina abaana be tuweerera, tupangisa we tusula, tutambula, tusasula ssente z'ebisale okugenda gye tukakkalabiza emirimu gyaffe n'ebirala bingi ebigwa mu kkowa eryo. N'obwetubaze awo bwe tusabira bakama baffe mu gavumenti bayangulirizeeko okusisinkana nga union eya Uganda Professional Humanities Teachers Union, tusalire wamu amagezi tuteeseganye ku nsonga y'emisaala gy'abasomesa ba arts mu ggwanga. Oba si ekyo bateeke ssente z'emisaala gy'abasomesa ba arts mu Uganda mu mbalirira y'omwaka ogujja ogw'ebyenfuna omwaka 2025-2026 nga kize kirambikibwa bakama baffe kibayita phased manner approach. Ewatali ekyo singa ennaku 9 eziragirwa mu mateeka agalungamya abakozi n'abakozesa mu Luzungu kibayita Labour Act ziggwako, tugenda kulagira bamemba bannaffe okwetoola eggwanga okuteeka ebikola wansi paka nga bakama baffe bavuddeyo ne bagonjoola ensonga zaffe. Kino kiba kitegeeza nti singa embeera esigala nga bweri olusoma olwokubiri oba luyite second term lwandigootaatanyizibwa kubanga tewali musomesa wa arts yenna agenda kukwata ku nnoni. Naye ku lw'obulungi bw'abayizi baffe ne ku lulungi lw'eggwanga lyaffe Uganda tubali twagala tutuuke ku mbeera eyo. Awo ne tusabira abantu bonna ab'omutima omulungi abaagaliza abasomesa ng'abazadde, omukulembeze waffe omukulembeze w'eggwanga Oweekitiibwa Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Ssaabalwanyi ne Maama Janet Museveni, tubasaba muyingire mu nsonga z'abasomesa ba arts tulabike nga naffe empeera yaffe eyongerwako. Wano bwe nkubira omulanga abasomesa ba arts bonna okwetoola eggwanga okugenda mu maaso n'okwongera eddoboozi lyabwe n'okuyimira emabega w'ekibiina kyabwe kibataba ekya Uganda Professional Humanities Teachers Union, era mu bbanga ttono nnyo tugenda kukola okutalaga eggwanga nga tugenda twogerezeganya nabo. Ebyo byonna mbyogedde lwakutonda n'ensi yange. Bamta Francis weesanga nti bannaffe abasomesa bannaffe gamba nga abasomesa ba primary abasomesa aba secondary ku mutendera gwa NTC omwaka oguwedde ensakula gye bali bafuna akadde kamwe emitwalo 2 buli mwaka buli mwezi zasalibwako kati bali bafuna emitwalo 8. Kino kiba kitegeeza nti bagenda kusobola kuweereza bulungi babadde balina okuweereza kubanga bati basobola kwetuusaako bibayambako kuweereza abaana b'eggwanga. N'ekirala nti gavumenti yateekawo new curriculum, enteekateeka y'ebyensoma empya. Enteekateeka eno erimu ebintu bingi nga byonna biteeka omugugu mungi ku musomesa okugeza nga bannaffe abalala bonna era nga abasomesa bonna badde basayansi oba ba arts tulina kye bayita projects nti ya bbeeyi nnyo yeetaaga obudde bungi nekitulobera nekitulemesa okubaako ekintu kyakituteekako engalo okusobola okugatta ku byenfuna byaffe. Kati awo tusabira gavumenti etule mu nsonga zaffe ng'abasomesa ba arts mu ggwanga.
Abasayansi bw'obawe omulimu okukola ku masomero abasinga obungi tebaagala kola because tebakoze you not give tojja bawa allowance ati tebazeetaaga kubanga sente tebafuna. Kati aba arts bo tebaagala kukola kubanga in most cases babeera nga bafunayo obusongasonga bwe batugamba ati amudange nange ngezeeyo okunoonya akasente ntwala abaana bange ku ssomero. Kati ffe ng'abakulembeze kibeera kizibu maybe to reprimand in Uganda okuvunaana omusomesa wa arts lwaki tuzze ku ssomero bwakugamba mbadde ngenze bweddwaliro. Kati abasomesa ba arts abasinga obungi balina malooni, have loan, wafuna loan otwala omwana wo ku university, wafuna loan okusoma. So kati bwe bakuwa emitwalo 4 banka ejjeko emitwalo 2 omwana agende ku ssomero kiki ekisigadde? The government yandibadde evaayo ffenaafe netwa sente etubeerawo. Kati ng'abakulembeze omuntu gw'okulembera afuna sente ezisinga ezizo. Katonda mugamba ki? Kikizibu kye tulina. So kati ffe tusaba gavumenti oba yeetaaga abaana baffe babeere ab'omugaso mu bujja, beetaaga bongere abasomesa ba arts sente abaana abali mu NTCs babeere nga batraininga abaana. You cannot have science without humanities kubanga abaana nabo bajja.
If I may ask a question, if we talk of increasing the salary, what is that enough? You can say that at least.
We have used the word equitable.
Okay, equitable.
Yes.
Okay.
Equitable.
Okay. Okay. Put aside the issue of equitable. At least what can be? Whatever you can say. At least is enough.
The government already has the structure. They already have their 77. They have it. Each and every category already has it.
Tulaba kyabuswavu nnyo gavumenti kusigala ng'etujooga etusuubiza byetatuukiriza. Embeera yaffe si nnungi. Ku misaala gye tufuna emitwalo 6 kutuuka ku mitwalo 8 gya Uganda. Oba okimanyi ng'omusomesa omulala wa science oba bana other science professionals bana abakugu abatendekebwa kukola emirimu emirala egya science, omuntu abeera ku grade professional abeera ku grade ya graduate scale bali millions 4 and above. Ono omusomesa alina degree ng'asomesa history oba oluzungu yagijja wonna mu university wano nga akolera gavumenti ali ku mitwalo 9 agirawo ngaze bwe babasaziza agenda kuteeka mu nsonga mitwalo 8 naye munne we yasoma naye munne wakola naye ku ssomero waliye naye mu staafu wagenda mu klasi kyekimu klasi yemu gyagendamu bamuwa millions 4 ye wa humanities bamuwa 8 kyajjogo nnyo okutuyisaamu nnyo amaaso ffe ng'abasomesa naye ng'abatusuubiza buli mwaka buli financial year batusuubiza okutwongeramu kasente nga bwe bagamba bajja kusigala nga batwongeramu in a phased manner naye tebakituukiriza. Naye bw'oyogera nga bavaayo nga bakuba ebisoba bavuma babajoleka ne babanyoomanyuma okutunyooma bwe kutuleetedde okubeera nga naffe nga tugamba omulimu guno tutandise okufuna obukyayi ku mulimu gyaffe gino gye tukola naye nga tugyagala nnyo nga gyatwala noma yunivasite kusoma. So tusaba gavumenti etunule mweno ensonga kweno financial year eya 2025-2026 etwongeremu akasente naffe tulabe nga obulamu bwaffe butambula mu maaso naffe nga twesobola tusigale nga tukakalabya emirimu gyaffe.
A union that has been fully registered and recognized by the government of Uganda. We fight for the welfare of teachers who are in secondary schools, PTCs and NTCs. We salute you all. Honorable Minister of Public Service, we only learned with great shock that we were left out of the 5 years enhancement plan effective 2024-2025 for every person earning salary below 77% of the approved targets. As all got enhanced according to their schedule on the pay policy principles and targets, perhaps we should wait for the areas. When a minister on the 5th July 2022, while responding to the UNATO's industrial action in black and white, you indicated that the enhancement of arts teachers in the public service would be included on the medium term in accordance to the approved pay plan by Cabinet in 2017. From 2018 up to today, 2025, the said plan according to the medium term has already elapsed. We are here therefore crying for your intervention in this financial year to ensure that at last you have to include us in this plan. We realized in 2020 that the whole world got affected by COVID-19 pandemic and Uganda was also included. As of now, our economy has progressed from 5% to 6% according to the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development. We have been left since then in the ditch of COVID-19. Kindly come to our rescue. According to Article 40 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, Clause 1, Paragraph B, Parliament shall make laws to make sure that people get equal pay for equal work, and by this time the Equal Opportunities Act 2007 was passed, which clearly stipulates different provisions regarding remuneration, non-discrimination according to gender, etc. However, when we are to turn to the non-science teachers, the non-science tutors in PTCs, these are people who are running programs for bachelors in primary, diploma and certificate in early childhood development, on top of them having to coordinate over 80 schools per CCT. They are supposed to make 3 visits per school per term. When you are to add this is already 240 visits they are supposed to make. The shocking part is that their pay was reduced from 1.2 million to 800,000, as the one for their counterparts were maintained and later on enhanced to 4 million. I think we need a better consideration for them as well in this coming financial year. When we are to move to the NTCs, these lecturers are doing a great job. You will realize they are offering programs for bachelors in primary and diploma in secondary education, and very soon they are going to introduce for them bachelors in secondary education. The shocking part is that a good number of them are going to be kicked out because they have not acquired the master's degree. That is a prerequisite for them to lecture these programs. Due to their financial constraints, I will not mention their pathetic working conditions. At the same time, they don't receive any allowances. Their counterparts are okay. Many of them already acquired the master's degree and they are here. We pray that you would listen to them and do the needful. As the country awaits the release of ULCE and UACE from UNEP through Ministry of Education and Sports, Humanity teachers have diligently at their own cost implemented this new curriculum. They have contributed over 50% to the holistic assessment of learners' competencies. The certificate that these learners are going to get is the basis of each and every profession whatsoever. Take it or leave it. It contains all the domains of learning, more especially affective domain, Education without morals and humility, that is religion, will always produce for us clever demons and killing machines. Honorable Minister, kindly listen to class teachers who are energized to go and help our learners. Look at this teacher who has been posted from Kabale up to Ubongi. He earns 600,000. He has to survive on this 600,000. He has to run his family. He has to go back and obtain his degree. Try to feel his pain. The economy has become so hard for the arts teachers. We cannot sit and wait. It is too much. Come to our rescue. Responsible ministries, we have submitted there our request early enough. Note kindly that we are not against the budget. We are not opposing our country's priorities. Neither can we become enemies to our own children, the learners and trainees who are in the classrooms and lecture rooms. They are our own children. We are fathers and mothers. However, our status will force us not to report to our workplaces in term 2, 2025 year of our Lord. We thank you, Honorable Minister, for having given us the procedures that we are supposed to follow on a special paper, which is indicating that this is our year and we shall be included and be part of the budget year. Brethren, my brothers and sisters who are teachers of art subjects in secondary schools, in PTCs and NTCs, right from Kisoro to Koboko, to Kabong, down to Namayigo, via Kalangala, back to Kisoro. We already have our structures in the areas already demarcated. Look around and play your part. Make sure you do the needful. Go and register, subscribe, be a loyal and a responsible citizen, and at the same time, law-abider and a civil servant. I will say this for God and my country. I remain yours, the acting president, Akeloto Christi. May God bless you. There are structures he has put down, and they have work plans. Actually, there is a copy that we got from public service that they have been using to enhance the pay. I mean, the work plan was prepared way back in 2017 and it was approved by the cabinet. It was put into work in 2018. When you are to look at the phase manner they are talking of, the workers, the public servants were put in categories and they were supposed to be paid in phases. In the category that we have been put, we have already been left out, madam. Our colleagues within the same categories got enhanced in the ongoing financial year, 2024-2025. It is only us who are not paid.
So it will remain.
So when you say your colleagues have been enhanced 2024-2025, are there arts teachers who have been enhanced and a category has been left, or you're talking about the science teachers?
Not the science teachers. These are different civil servants. When you have to look on that document, you will realize that civil servants have been put in phases and in categories. They will say maybe UPDF, the executives, the police, we are going to pay you in this financial year. And what I'm saying is the phased period that we were supposed to be enhanced, other civil servants from other sectors were enhanced. It is only us who are left. The science teachers got theirs way back in 2022. You see that? And during that industrial action that was organized by UNATO, remember the minister himself responded and said they would wait when the economy has stabilized. And now the economy has stabilized. Ministry of Finance is saying the economy has already improved from 5% to 6%, meaning there is something. There is a progress. But the arts teachers have been left in the ditch of COVID-19 way back in 2020. That is where we are. That is what we are earning. And it cannot now match with the current cost, my dear. The money these arts teachers are getting, grade 5 diploma, is worth a school requirement for one child, and it is done. You don't have fees, you have to rush for another source. Each and every sector, whether it is schools or what, have already got their prices hiked up, or the cost or the charges. All have been increased. But our pay has remained stagnant. So I'm saying we still belong to the same ditch of COVID-19. That is where we have been left. We have not been empowered in any way. Each and every category that was put in our group, they have already been enhanced with better pay. They are okay. Look at science teachers. Most of them have already gone back to school. They can afford it. They can even afford everything they want. They can even set business. Now for us, we set a business. Which business are you going to set? From 600,000. You're supposed to run a family. You're supposed to go back to school. You have children. You are sick. You have your ailing parents. What do you have to do? Even if you have to set a business, it collapses before you even start. Because it needs money.
And then, President, maybe you can just paint for us a picture of what is happening on the ground now, vis-a-vis your science counterparts that are enhanced. What is the picture like? Because we've consistently received reports that you're just moonlighting in the schools because of the enhancement of the science teachers. And then you're telling us, come first time you're going to teach. Are you really going to teach, or it is going to be business as usual?
We have not been moonlighting. If we have been moonlighting, then UNEB would have come out with complaints on us. Do you know what we went through in implementing the new curriculum? The curriculum is very tiresome and very intensive. It has a lot of compartments that you have to perform as a teacher. You have to run activity of integration. You have to do continuous assessment. You have projects. These learners are here coming to you for consultation, day in, day out. Even over the weekends, you have to be around. We have been doing the work. We have submitted all the results to UNEB. We have done our part, 100%. We have not been missing lessons. We have been teaching. We have done everything is required of us. Just as I've said, we are parents. Those children are ours. We cannot do a disservice to them. But it is going to be our status that will force us. I hope you have got me. To obtain national unity, make sure everybody receives equal resources. That is when they will relate well. I mean, I cannot run to someone to go and be my guarantor when I know he or she has nothing. That will affect my relationship. You get the point? Yes. And yet we are brothers, we belong to the same family, we handle the same learner, and we are teaching them within the same working time frame. We are given the same working hours. If it is in 24 periods, everybody teaches 24 periods. That is it.
Need to bring on ground that you are a friend to someone, a pedestrian, and yet for you are driving. It doesn't make sense. In fact, it is just natural anyway. We can't blame anybody down. We could blame those who have brought in the issue. And we appeal that for us to get back as people of the same profession, we need some equity. At least equity.
As humanity teachers, we are doing our work diligently, though with a disgruntled heart. We are very much disgruntled and disillusioned with the government hesitation to look into our issue of seeking salary enhancement. Yes, at the school level, humanities teachers vis-a-vis the science teachers, we are marginalized. We are in the same staff rooms, but looking at ourselves, our welfare status quo differs. You know what we can afford differs. Our contributions to the member staff also differs. So we are looked at as an equal, and all that arises from an equal payment from the government. So we are seeking for a fair and increased payment so that we can feel at home with our counterparts in our working institutions.
And the administration that I do has the dilemma of administering teachers of science who earn 5 or 2 times more than their supervisors. And then you have to deal with the teachers who cannot, from their earning, cannot even meet their basic needs. So when it comes to supervision and assignment of duty, you struggle to motivate the very lowly motivated humanity teachers. That when you are assigned a duty, in most cases they are forced to ask you, is there anything that you are adding on? Ntwala abaana bange ku ssomero ngenda kunoonyera abaana bange fees, because being at school to implement CBC, where you must attend to 200 children, USE classes. Person must be there from 7 o'clock, is leaving at 3, is supervising project work from 3 and to 6, and is expecting to get mitwala ana, which has a loan, multiple loans to meet basic needs. So time and again you get excuses of being out of school, and yet you cannot reprimand. Versus the one who gets the 4 million, 2 millions, but again, when he is not willing to take any other responsibility, even if you don't give me the allowance, Nemala. So we have ended up that the policy implemented by government has not even improved the science. And up to now, that's why biology, chemistry is again among the poorly performed, even when the enhancement has gone up. They forgot the technical part. Science without input and consumable does not help. And yet you would have needed to have the arts also enhanced, so that they will have the morale and slowly move on. So we are having to deal with the people at different classes, which is very difficult to do. So the government addresses in enhancement of salaries of humanities, the better they will redeem the future of these children in this country. If we continue adamantly the way the government does, we are destroying the future of this country. Like Mandela said, you want to destroy a country? Destroy the education sector. This is where we are going. And I'm the chairperson of the SACCO and the regional coordinator of this union of Eastern. Now someone talked